Building the dream of a new children's hospital at Cabell Huntington Hospital. It's a lot closer to reality today, thanks to people like you, and to a generous and caring community that has come together in an unprecedented way, and in many different and creative ways, big and small.
We had all sorts of things going on and still have them going on, and not initiated by the foundation. It's initiated by the community. And when they're doing it, not in response to a request, but doing it of their own volition, then they say, we own this. We own this.
Though 5-year-old Anna Biederman of Huntington is quite small in stature, she very well may have one of the biggest hearts in our entire region. To raise money for the Children's Hospital, she recently organized a neighborhood lemonade stand that brought in more than $300. She came up with the idea to do it after being hospitalized a few months earlier with a serious virus. It was a scary situation for her and her entire family, and it awakened in her a strong sense of compassion for other hospitalized children.
I was in the hospital and I knew how all those kids felt, because I don't think it's fun to be in the hospital, because I got my blood drawn and it was just not fun, because I just wanted to do a lemonade stand and I thought it would be fun. Then I changed my mind. I wanted to give it to the children's hospital, and I know how it's like to be in there, and I just thought it was not fun.
Similarly, a different 8-year-old girl's idea to organize a swimming party this past summer helped raise more than $5,000 and collect more than 150 new toys for the Children's Hospital. Abigail McNeely of Barbersville was so impressed with the child-friendly atmosphere of Nationwide Children's Hospital when her younger brother Ethan was hospitalized there recently that she developed the idea to create Ethan's Toy Box, helping hospitalized children through gifts of toys.
When Ethan was in the hospital, they had art cards that came around, and every time they took him for a test, he came back with a new toy. His sister got to do the same thing, and for him to sit and think about being in the hospital, and when we talk about, if he hears us talking about it, he remembers those little toys. He remembers, the craft that he got to do, and that's a great feeling for us to know that he remembers that and not being in the hospital.
And one of the most popular events each year in our community has been the annual West Virginia Hot Dog Festival, which brings together regional hot dog vendors and hot dog lovers to raise significant funds for the Children's Hospital.
We'll be over $100,000. And what started off small, we're at our 7th annual. That's pretty good for a one-day event from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 6 hours, one day a year. We've been blessed.
Indeed, through contributions big and small, our Children's Hospital project and our community has been blessed.
We started out with some very large dollar amounts. And it might seem a strange thing to say, but it grew into small dollar amounts. And you might think it works in the opposite direction, but it didn't. We got large donations by individuals that had capacity, they have the ability, and they grew to have the affinity to help with the Children's Hospital. And as we got some recognition in media and otherwise, the community took ownership of this. And we don't have the staffing to go out and do all the 5K runs and the bake sales and lemonade sales and pool parties. And the community said, that's okay, we'll do it. So it started out with large dollars and grew into small dollars. And if you think about it, that's perfect. That is the way that we would hope it would happen.
And often, leading the way toward a new children's hospital have been children themselves.
It's been amazing. The just to sit and hear 7 and 8 year olds and even 5-year-olds, the ideas that they can come up with, and just knowing what they're doing for other kids, I think it's a great thing.
For some kids, like Anna Biederman, it's become more than just building a children's hospital. It's become a passion to touch the lives of other children.
She saves her money throughout the year, and after she's in the hospital, we said, you could either take that money and buy a gift yourself, or after your experience in the hospital, you may want to give it to a kid who's still at the hospital. And we kind of left it up to her because I wanted it to be her decision, and she decided that she wanted to buy a gift, so we went down to the toy store and she bought a gift, and we took it there on Christmas Eve, and she delivered it, and we were really, really proud of her.
She was unaware that everybody doesn't just go home after a day or two at the hospital, and so after she was better and the months went by, her birthday came around, and ever since then, when she had birthday money, the first thing she said was, I want to take it up to the hospital. And then the lemonade stand this summer, it was her idea, so we were kind of surprised.
And the McNeely family was also surprised to see how a small idea, like a pebble, can create a big ripple in the water.
Our initial thoughts of trying to give $500, maybe $1,000, turned out to be $5,000. So any small idea that someone has can quickly turn into a big idea that will benefit the kids and, again, the community.
Got a glimpse of how important that children's hospital is, and how it's so important to our community. And we thought, whether it's a family making a $1 million donation or a kid having a $300 lemonade stand, it was just one way to help.
People shouldn't think that their money doesn't count, their time doesn't count, their effort doesn't count, because it does. It all adds up, and it all fills that bucket. It's like putting sand in a bucket or some small rocks in a bucket. The more you have, the bigger the bucket gets full. And that's what we're doing, at least with our portion from the Hot Dog Festival, as well as other people in the community, like you just mentioned, from different kinds of parties or dinners or whatever, that all add up. We're all just small pebbles in that bucket, getting it filled, to where we can realize our dream of having the children's hospital that we want to have, and to be able to have the doctors here that we need and that we want, that are the best.
And thanks to you and the combined efforts of an entire community, that dream is not far from becoming reality.
We're at $10.5 million, and our goal is $12 million. To do what we want to do is going to cost in excess of $15 million. But when we reach our $12 million goal, we're going to sit back for an hour or two and celebrate, and then move on to try to raise the money to do what our children really deserve. I again want to let you know the appreciation that we all have for your leadership. Being able to say that people like you are involved brings others, lends credibility to our project. And we've gotten many, many donors from you being involved, from you asking or bringing others to a medallion or other event. So we wouldn't be here without you, and we really sincerely thank you, and we hope that and know that God will bless you for your part in this.